So what you're saying is men who are at the top of the hierarchy are being opposed by women who want to reject them at the top of the hierarchy.
No, I don't want to reject men. I just want to own my own rights to make a decision. So
but what if men don't want you to?
Well, maybe you don't, but
no. What if men don't?
Other men do?
Yeah. What if men don't?
I think for the men.
Well, feminism is a movement for rights, just like the gay movement.
Rights. But who are they appealing to for those rights?
Who are they appealing to? The women?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
so
system.
Who didn't give them those rights, and then after they appealed to that group, gave them those rights?
Well, the men didn't give the women rights. It was just the system of... because there's women in the...
Hang on.
There's women in the House of Representatives. There's women in the Senate.
Was there women in the Senate and the House of Representatives before women had rights?
I'm not sure, but there was a lot of women behind
The answer is
men.
no, right? If women have no rights, how could they be in government?
So, okay, so you're just saying that women stood up for themselves and said, we would like to have our own rights to make decisions.
No, I'm saying that they appealed to men for their rights.
So then it got labeled to be feminism, and we're not really against men, but for whatever reason, men were making a majority of the rules. So
that would be called, if men are making the majority of the rules and they're at the top of the hierarchy, what would you call that?
Imbalanced.
Would you call it a patriarchy?
I would call it imbalanced.
It wouldn't be called a patriarchy?
Not in my book. It would call.
If it's imbalanced and men are at the top of that balance. So if it's imbalanced, we have a seesaw here. And when this side goes down, that's women here. And this side is men because it's imbalanced. Men are up here.
It's not black and white.
Do we have a word that would describe this phenomenon of men up here and women here? What would you call that?
An imbalance.
Yeah, I know it's an imbalance, but is there another word? Is there another word you can use besides imbalance that would reference the men that were here?
Whacked.
A seesaw.
Yeah.
Whacked. A delusion. I don't know. There's lots of.
Could the word patriarchy be used for that?
I think that's just your favorite word, so of course use it for you. But for
I'm
me,
sorry. I want to figure out your word. If there's an imbalance,
and I just told you a few
reference an
words.
imbalance of power where men were at the top of a hierarchy, would patriarchy describe that phenomenon perfectly?
No, not for me.
Oh, what word would?
For you, yes, but not for me. For me,
for you, what word would?
Equality.
Equality from who? Who do you want to be equal?
It's not about being equal with a man. It's about a woman and a man coming together and sharing.
And being equal?
No, both having their rights to make decisions.
So being equal with men?
It's not about an equal.
So if men have all the rights and women have no rights and you want to be equal, who do you want to be equal with?
I want both of them to have rights to make decisions.
Yeah, so men are here, let's say.
Men are everywhere, thank God. I know, you love that word. So you have patriotic ideas and thoughts and words.
It's not patriotic. Listen, let's try again.
I have a different way of describing it.
If women are being oppressed, women being the monolith of all women, there's only two sets of human beings, women and men. That's all that exists. Women, men. If all women are being oppressed, who are they being oppressed by?
Oh, there's not just men and women. There's
really? There's other. What are they? Are they the Lafludians? Who the fuck are the third? If there's not just men and women, who are they? Are they the Greys? Are they the reptilians?
No, there's transgenders.
You said
transgenders aren't men or women?
They're a mix.
They're a mix of men
both
and women.
sexes.
Oh.
So thank
do
God
you-
they came together.
So you think that women were fighting for their rights against transgenders?
No, it's not.
Who were they
women-
fighting for their rights against?
It's not against anyone. They just
Oh, it
wanted
wasn't
their
against
own
anyone.
rights. And you being a man, maybe you can't understand that concept that a woman wants to make her own decision about giving birth, about her
Yeah,
own
I
decision.
agree.
About
So if women want to make their own
voting.
decision about giving birth, and there's another group who aren't women who say, no, you can't, what would you classify that group as if you had to give them a name?
Sick.
Oh my God.
You wouldn't classify them as being men?
Not all men are biased against women having rights. So there's a lot of men.
Great. So then women never fought for their rights against men. Got it. Who did they fight for their rights against? Was it other women? Were women out there with ARs and they were like,
Yes.
fucking bitch, you can't have no rights? Is that what happened? Like,
There
tell me how this
actually
went.
are women who don't want women to have their own rights.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, do you think that feminism was an attack against women for oppressing women? Or do you think
It's
it was
not an
them pushing
attack.
back against men because men were at the top of the hierarchy? Like,
no,
which one do you think is true?
It's not an attack. It's women speaking up for themselves and saying we'd like to have our rights to vote. We'd like to have our rights to make decisions.
Yeah, so women, being all women, are speaking up because they want their rights. Who are they speaking up to?
The world.
Oh, the world.
My goodness. Here, let me get everybody's answer on this. Are you a feminist?
Brilliant, by the way.
Huh?
Like,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
probably the best debate that I've had all evening. The answer's obvious. You know it's obvious. But instead of just conceding so that we can have the conversation, it's far easier for you to project into my mind using your dolphin technology in order to convince me that feminism was really all about women oppressing women. Brilliant stuff. I am impressed. One day I hope that I can project like you can my thoughts into other people's brains.
right now.
I hope your wife
Wait,
just
hold on.
smothers you with love and
She's
like
watching right now.
yeah.
Yo,
And,
W's in
Yeah,
the
my
chat.
wife does
For
smother me
Rachel
with love.
And then
How about
she-
your
Rachel.
husband? Does he
she
smother you
gets-
with love?
She gets.
She's been celibate for
Does
9
you-
years, bro. Don't. That's a sensitive subject, bro. You can't.
I mean, that sucks. That
Come on,
sucks.
bro,
But
that's-
my
No, it
wife
doesn't.
does
That's
smother
a
me.
low
with-
blow, Andrew.
It's a choice called feminism.
Wait, what?
It's
Yeah,
a
I know, but
choice.
You're
maybe if you
celibate because
rejected
you're a
it,
feminist?
like my wife did, you'd have somebody cute to cuddle with
Wait,
at night.
this is the most
has
based.
dolphins.
Wait, did you? I don't know if you guys caught on to this. What she just said is the most base thing ever. So I said that she's been celibate for 9 years, and she's like, "Yeah, it's called feminism."